Okay, welcome back to Phone Lookout. So today we have this Nokia 5, and we have to open it because we have to check some things inside. So this video is to show you how to open a Nokia 5, and I think we'll proceed to work on its charging system, but that's miscellaneous thing. I have already charging system videos, videos, and anyways, at times some situations are unique, so you could hang around. So right now, what we'll need is look at this phone. For me to be able to open it, I have to first unglue the screen from the frame or the chassis. So to do that, I will employ the services of a screen separator, which is basically a hot plate. And let me get this out of place. That's my screen separator. Previously, I would use a flat iron and set it at the lowest ironing temperature, and that would do the trick. But the problem was in separating. So now, with this hot plate, what I shall do is turn on its switch. It's on, and then set the temperature to 95. Wait for it to raise up to 95. Place the phone on top and keep it there for about 40 seconds. Let me pause this. I'll resume when the temperature of the plate rises. Okay, so it has reached 95. Let me push this a bit backwards to there. And now those holes that you see there are suction holes, but those come in after the glue has melted. So I need to mention one thing. So this phone, we shall lift it from the front side. The fiber comes from the lower side and touches in from the central part. So right now, I'll place this phone screen flat onto the plate, and then use the timer of my recorder, okay, my camera here, to help me estimate whether I have clocked the 45 minutes, or perhaps I could also count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. And so at this point, I'm going to turn on the suction, and suction has been turned on. So recall that we are separating it from the front side. So what I'll do, I'll reach out and try to lift the phone by the chassis. Okay, now I'm going to be forced to turn this phone around to my side, such that I'm able to easily lift it up. I am working it from this side, so it's a bit trouble to lift it from that side. And now the suction is on, and then I'm trying to lift the frame alone. Okay, this suction is not so strong compared to the adhesive. So now this screen is functional, and my fear is damaging it, so I have to be patient with it. Lift it slowly and patiently. So I'm trying to hold only the frame of the phone while the screen is sucked downwards by the suction. I wish the suction was a bit more strong. Okay, so it's lifting. It's lifting. Let's reach out to that side and then lift it outwards. Now the layer that reflects light down onto the screen, the backlighting seems to be lifting. I have to try to keep it down as I lift the screen, and this is how it comes on. Okay, I can turn off the suction and lift a screen out from the frame. Okay, now I can get my hot plate out of position and then bring this much nearer to us. So this is what I was telling you about, and this is how the thing plugs into the phone's chassis. I have some bit of sore throat, so don't mind me. That's out. Then this is for the battery. Get it out. Now our screen is out, and then we now remaining with that. So just this layer was getting stuck to the back, so I had to get in between and press it down as I lifted the chassis up. Okay, so we had wanted to inspect the screen. As far as it seems intact. So we'll get this out of place. Now the next thing is to deal with that internal frame. So now at this stage we'll have to open this screw. That one. I think this part of opening the screws you could perhaps skip forward. This is when I start wishing I had a motorized screwdriver. It would have saved me a lot of trouble. But then again, I mean, you have to use what you have at your disposal. Okay, that one is also out. This is also out. Anyway, those that aren't coming off with the screwdriver tip, so I'm just leaving them, because after all, when I feel like they have stopped moving upwards, I just stop turning the screwdriver and let them be. If somehow it decides to lift up with okay, now I think I'm going to be forced to turn it around such that these are nearer to me, so I do not have to shake open that. But I noticed that I was deliberate about disconnecting the battery from the socket. I mean, these screws are metallic. You do not want them running and shorting out anything else. Okay, that too. So is there a screw or not? Feel it's there. Okay. Now let me move the screws to the side. right there. And then with my surgical blade, I have this one other guy here, and this fella over here. No, this guy put screws that are not supposed to be. So this phone was opened before. That screw seems washed out. Get in there, lift that up, this too. That screw is going to be problematic to us. And this colleague of theirs, so I have to figure out a way of getting rid of them. Okay, let me come back. Okay, so that stubborn screw is out and its counterpart. So now reach there with your surgical blade. Okay, come around it, get in there, lift that. Then careful, trying to observe if there's anything underneath. Nothing, just the adhesive. So now all of a sudden it feels okay that the battery was plugged out, because now this comes up with the back frame. Yeah, so if you hadn't yet plugged it off, you wouldn't be in position to lift up that. Now the next thing is to get to subboard. This is the gentleman that we need to deal with, but by far at this point I think now you're in position to take apart Nokia 5, remove the battery and perhaps replace it. Now okay, let me just be kind and mention a few things while I'm here. So this is the main motherboard that does most of the work there is to do. Underneath this plate is the rear camera lens. This is the front camera lens. That's the proximity sensor. That's the vibrator if you have to change it. This is a coaxial cable that transmits network signals from the lower subboard to the main board, and the lower subboard has antenna connections. And now this lower subboard holds the charging port, and that's what we're interested in right here. So we'll have to get this out for examination. Okay, get the coaxial cable out of place. I think this may be held down by some sort of adhesive, so I'll employ the surfaces of my hot air gun. So let me plug the hot air gun in. Hot air gun plugged in, switched on, 200 degrees C. Gets in between there. I would have used force, but I do not want to take chances. So if it is acting stuck, then at that point I have to apply hot air gun to do the job. Okay, now I will need my tweezers that I do not seem to be seeing. Okay, I think it's lifting. Okay, it came out. Actually, what was causing trouble was the glue that this guy had placed in place to hold the screen onto the frame. I think he used it excessively, so right now I'm going to disconnect the lower subboard that holds the charging port, and we are interested in that one. So at this point, let me plug my soldering iron into power. As the soldering iron heats up, let's just take some time to examine this thing. Okay, from the looks of it, the soldering points. Sorry, I thought you were naturally seeing. Yeah, it's a bit hard seeing that I have a white background, but then believe me when I tell you it's the contact points that I soldered off the board. So this one is also another simple problem where we just resolder the contact points. On this side, internally, I looked into it, and the inner contact points look intact. So let's get ready to do this. So I need my soldering iron and flux. Soldering iron, flux, and soldering wire. So right now we are going to apply some flux at that point. Okay, then seems to be oozing out. Please come out.